What up, world? We're going to take on part two, finishing from the previous video before about the Lakers and the playoffs and kind of scenarios of their scheduling, who they can play in seedings, as well as how easy it's going to be or not. But
The
jump right in
Clippers
here.
fear no one, Nick. All right, they're not jostling for position. They're not worried about that. When they come, look, there's probably going to be some load management for the Clippers, believe it or not. All right, because you're playing every, believe it or not. All right, because you're playing every other day, and that's when the need, could bother Kawhi. We'll see. But I wouldn't be surprised to see that. What they're going to be doing is trying to make sure, like you said, they made some additions. Reggie Jackson is even in the rotation as they get into the playoffs, but they'll work him in, see how he can play. And of course, Marcus Morris, get him accustomed to his role. Not so much worried about Joe Kim Noah. Here's the key.
Real quickly, I really like those picks of Marcus Morris as well as Reggie Jackson. They really needed a forward to play. They were starting with Maurice Harkless, as well as they had, what's his name? Patrick Patterson beginning of the season, but no, their team's more fluid with Marcus Morris joining. And Reggie Jackson does have experience being a backup point guard with the Oklahoma City Thunder, around 2013 area. So those were great pickups. He'll get some minutes.
But I still think it boils down to the Lakers and the Clippers. Will LeBron be able to be fully aggressive? The first two games when they lost to the Clippers, he wasn't really aggressive. I was baffled by that. But what it was is that the Clippers' perimeter defense, they can throw Kawhi, Paul George, Montrezl Harrell, now Marcus Morris, and it can help. And they were able to keep LeBron from constantly driving into the paint. That was a problem for the Lakers in the fourth quarter of the first two games. He totally solved that in the third game. And if LeBron can't live at the rim in the fourth quarter against the Clippers, Anthony Davis is going to have to step up. He was doing it toward the end of what was the season, getting better in the fourth. But for the most part, he was not the fourth quarter.
Yeah, when it comes down to Anthony Davis, he's definitely most likely going to have to step up with LeBron James. He's not going to be able to do it all alone by himself. So, but I trust AD as a second option. Number one option is different when it comes to it. But no, LeBron will be able to lead the way.
That they needed, he was averaging like 3 points most of the season in the fourth quarter. They're going to need more than that.
All right, let's put the Lakers aside for a second and talk some tampering. When Ethan Strauss, the columnist from The Athletic, saying, quote, one NBA staffer told me, oh, it will be Tamper-palooza in Orlando, that's for sure. Similar to how players plotted future alliances during Olympic and FIBA tournament runs, expect a dynasty or two to be concocted down in Orlando. Back to you, Bouchard. What do you make of that?
Yeah, but not really. They said the same thing with All-Star Weekend, especially when LeBron James was down there last season. He wasn't able to pull in Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, any of these cats. When it comes to Orlando, they're going to be there for 2 to 3 months. There could be, gellings of different players and different teams. There are going to be 3 to 4 different locations for different on-site of like the hotel where they're staying at. Yeah, different tiers. So I think it's like the Clippers, Lakers, Bucks, maybe one more team. It's one destination, and then you kind of split off. These players will be together though. This isn't. This is just an easy way for them to kind of connect and play and see things together. It's not a big advantage for them or not. Tampering's always been in the NBA, especially with owners, players, coaches. The NBA hasn't really locked down into this. I think a couple months ago they started to bring more on fines when it came to it, especially with Magic Johnson. When he was the president of the operations when it came to the Lakers. But I don't really foresee anything too crazy. This is the way the NBA it is, especially in this day in technology.
Well, it's interesting. Look, it won't be immediate. The top 4 teams with cap space, and we'll see what that looks like with this pandemic. But the top 4 teams with cap space aren't even in Orlando. Atlanta, New York, Detroit, Charlotte. So you're really looking at the future. Look at
No one's going to go there anyways. The only place is Atlanta. They have a great spot. They have a lot of cap space. They'll probably have around at least $40 million entering this offseason. So maybe you compare someone with Trae Young. But nah, I don't. Nah.
Miami, that's the team I
Yeah, there's two things in this situation. Number one, when you're a young cat in the NBA, you don't care about teaming up and winning per se because you're focusing on your shoe brand. You're focusing on getting a max deal. You want to be the number one player, being advertised, and your overall goes up, and everything else endorsements follow as well. Usually, when they're around in their 30s, like Russell Westbrook, that's when you start to kind of humble yourself a little more. Your game's going down a little bit, and you become a veteran in the NBA, and then you'll join like the Rockets, be a number two option, and such like that. But whenever you're in your prime as a number one option, you want to give it all you can to see if how far you can make to the playoffs, let alone try to win a championship. Same thing, Damian Lillard. He's going to approach the same scenario probably next season or the season after that. That was the first thing. Now, when it comes to the second thing, if you're a player in the NBA, so you have the young cats. They're not going to look at that. You actually have a second thing to where last offseason, that was a new switch, a new era in the NBA. Again, we had the Warriors with Kevin Durant. You had LeBron James who just joined the Lakers. But now you actually had a bunch of stars move teams. So you had Kyrie, KD leave. You had Paul George leave, Russell Westbrook leave, Kawhi Leonard leave, Kemba Walker leave. I mean, I'm probably missing around 3 to 4 key stars as well. Can't really think right now. But yeah, you had a new dynamic duo when it came to the NBA. And instead of the Warriors being favorites to win, or the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron being in the finals, now it was switched up to, or even the Raptors with Kawhi, it was switched up now to where you have the Lakers, you have the Clippers, you have the Bucks, and then teams like that. So it's a new era in the NBA. And the reason I'm saying this is these guys, these cats, they signed for 4 to 5 year deals and max contracts. So no big star is going to be going anywhere. This next offseason, it's only going to be Anthony Davis as highlighted. You have like DeMar DeRozan, Andre Drummond, small players like that. So there's no one spotlighted. Plus, Anthony Davis is most likely going to re-sign with the Lakers. So pretty much the same teams are going to be 90% still the same. Still leading the Clippers, Lakers, Bucks, and then the healthy Warriors and healthy Nets to be the contenders. Not a lot of switching. But when we're looking at 2021 offseason, with Giannis Antetokounmpo leading, Victor Oladipo, a couple cats like that, then that's more legitimate planting seeds right now.
Well, they're concerned with making themselves superstars, establishing themselves as stars, getting their max deals, and they also think at this point they can do it on their own. It's usually 7 years in or so when guys start realizing, okay, I need to team up with a star.
Yeah, especially 7 years, because that's when you're not a restricted free agent anymore. You're unrestricted, and you can make a max contract, and that's pretty much 7 years in. You've known what you could have done for that franchise. Same thing with LeBron James, Kevin Durant, in their scenarios. Like when you're around 27, 28 years old.
And that's when the tampering comes in.
That's interesting, Broussard. I didn't think about that. Like, right now, everyone's like, well, maybe guys will come to where I am versus like, oh, it looks like I'm going to have to hit the road. I think tampering rules in general for the front office are an absolute farce, and everybody knows it. I've got 2 quotes here. The first one, Magic famously got hit for talking about Paul George on Kimmel, and then he had this one talking about Giannis. He's going to be an MVP, a champion. The dude, he's going to put Milwaukee on the map, and I think he's going to bring them a championship one day. Boom, got hit 50K. Then you can get hit for tampering with your own team. The Bucks GM got fined 50 grand for a fan Q&A where he says, I can't negotiate anything. Giannis basically a year from now will be eligible for a supermax. And at that time, of course, he will be offered a supermax, which everybody on the entire planet knew. Still, the NBA came down and said, no, Bucks, you're going to be fined 50K for tampering with your own franchise player, which is just mind-boggling. So look, on the player side, it's not even tampering. It's just we're going to see personal relationships form inside of Orlando that we normally wouldn't. And you see Durant go, first of all, Nick.
Well, listen, with the NBA, when it comes to this, it's a show. It's entertainment. Let's just say, for example, Giannis is going to proclaim right now that in 2021, I'm going to re-sign with the Bucks, Supermax. Listen, there's a lot of suspense and entertainment. They don't want him to blow that story a year and a half before it actually happens. They want him to shut up. They want the fans to speculate. They want the media to, keep talking, keep bringing the NBA and the media and drama together. And then whenever Giannis is a free agent, after he made his decision, then go ahead and say it. Which, it makes sense. it's not a big deal. It brings more drama, which these cats usually love, as well as when you're a fan of the NBA, not a big deal. But with like those two situations with Magic Johnson and the owner, they got to be careful. That's how it is these days. And pretty much, if it's exposed to where everyone can see it, they're going to put a consequence for you. But if you're doing it in secret, I mean, no one's really going to know. But that's going to be on your own detriment consequence.
Your Eagles, that was based off the Olympics. Durant going to Warriors based off of the Olympics. And then when Durant and Kyrie and DeAndre Jordan hooked up, that was also based off a relationship in the Olympics. So I do expect something to happen. I think it'll be interesting. But overall, tampering is just a load of hogwash.
So, while all of that was, I think, brilliantly executed with one small exception, I think Durant going to the Warriors was not based off the Olympics. I think it was based off a sobbing Draymond Green calling him right after LeBron had snapped his soul in the finals and begging him to come. But I might have my history a little wrong there. Maybe they set the template for it in the Olympics. I don't quite remember exactly how that went, but I do think something like that happened. All right, listen, this is all about Giannis. And I think Broussard got it exactly right as far as the Miami Heat and their pursuit of Giannis. And while I don't know how they could plausibly make it happen, the Lakers signed his brother for a reason. And I'm sure if you're John Horst of the Milwaukee Bucks, you would rather be staying at the yacht club than at Grand Destino, because you look at who else is at Grand Destino and you're like, oh, Miami and the Lakers. That's kind of a bummer. I think they'd rather have Giannis staying at the Ramada Inn than at the Grand Destino, where those guys can be in his ear. And so I think Miami is the under-the-radar play if Giannis is to leave. Now, I don't want him to leave. I think he's going to stay. I think the Bucks are going to make the finals, losing a tough 6 to the Lakers and he'll end up.
Hey, cats, what have I been telling you for the past couple of videos? Listen, I'm not. Nick Wright's biased on LeBron. I'm not. I'm a fan of LeBron. I keep it real when it comes to LeBron James. I have him number 5 all time, not the GOAT. But yeah, I think the writing's on the wall. Lakers, Bucks in the finals. Lakers win in 6. Kind of piggyback, not too quickly or not too far when it comes to this. He made a really good point when it came to the Miami Heat and Giannis. All this is focused on Giannis when it comes to tampering. Again, like I said, last offseason, a bunch of key players signed 4 to 5 year max contracts. No one's going to be able to move and change the NBA because you have Anthony Davis as being spotlighted as the only free agent. He's most likely going to re-sign. If he does leave, it's not really going to impact the NBA. But with Giannis, now wherever Giannis goes, that's going to be an instant new contender. I'm actually hopping more on the Miami Heat train when it comes to him winning a championship. I think with his scenario, if he doesn't win one, there's some good opportunities like the Hawks, the Mavericks, the Raptors, but the Heat, with the Hawks and the Mavericks, these are two young players being two options. If Luka, then you have Trae Young. Giannis is going to be around 26 years of age. He's going to want more veterans like Jimmy Butler, Victor Oladipo, maybe even a Bradley Beal. Players like in that range. And the Heat, they're very mature with Pat Riley and the crew. Eric Spoelstra has been a veteran for 11 seasons, I believe, as a coach. I think the Heat actually fits the best for Giannis as of right now.
Signing an extension, but Broussard, I do think Pat Riley and Miami are a specter that kind of looms over the entire, potential Giannis sweepstakes.
Yeah, I'm in it off here. I think all this tampering is not really a big deal. It's always going to be mentioned with calling, text phones, playing pickup. You can't really, you can't turn it off when it comes to these players talking and do their own thing. But yeah, I think this is, like I said before when they mentioned, this is most likely going to focus on Giannis in 2021. Let's see how he finishes these next 2 seasons. If he gets a finals appearance, if he wins a championship or not. My predictions, Lakers beat the Bucks in the finals in 6 games. The following season, I'm most likely going to have the Nets beat the Bucks in the playoffs. And I think the Nets will most likely make it to the finals. I don't know who's going to win next season. Kind of too early for me. But I think after that, Giannis will leave in free agency. Most likely form a team or just join a team like the Miami Heat. There's a couple of teams in there, again, like the Raptors, the Warriors. You can re-sign with the Bucks, the Mavericks, the Hawks. He can go crazy and ballistic and just go to like Chicago or New York. But I think Miami's the number one option right now. People won't be hating on him if he joined there. He would definitely be the number one option, a mature team, franchise, and I think that'd be a great decision for him. But let's see what happens coming here.